In 1974, in the United Kingdom, women who were shipbrokers in London would meet regularly and discuss over lunch. These regular meetings gave birth to what we now know as the Women's International Shipping and Trading Association, Wista. Wista began to grow and expand, and as a result, various branches of Wista began to spring up in different parts of the world. On the 11th of November, 1994, Wista Nigeria was formally established. This move was spearheaded by a group of courageous women, mainly maritime lawyers.
Wista Nigeria's journey began around 1994. At that time, I was in Nigerian Shippers Council, and during our meetings with other shippers councils in West and Central Africa, the women often talked about the need for an association to encourage women in the shipping industry, because shipping is not one of those industries that traditionally are open to women. So when I heard about some women, mainly maritime lawyers, talking about an association for women in the industry, I attended one of the meetings, and at that time I had read in Lloyd's List, which is a shipping newspaper, international newspaper published in United Kingdom, about a group of women in the United Kingdom in shipping industry who met from time to time over lunch to encourage each other, to share experiences in the industry and so on and so forth. So Lloyd's List had a very small article about them. So when I read it, I really was impressed and I was curious. So I contacted the organization at the time and asked them to give me more information, and they did. So when I attended a meeting of some women in Lagos talking about association for maritime, for women in the maritime sector, I thought, oh, that's a great idea and a good opportunity to start a Wista Nigeria. So Wista, of course, standing for Women's International Shipping and Trading Association. So when I brought up the idea, the women, adopted it.
Wista has indeed come a long way. From days of barely 3 members attending any meeting at one time, having to share offices and manage conference rooms, having to manage on very, very little funds. The very first meeting was a loan, a boardroom loan. Oh, Lisa, thank you, Lisa. A loan there. And we had the function, I remember, the Moodle was it, Moodle Pegasus, where we could barely afford to pay for all the refreshments.
At first, our meetings, if we have a full house, used to be maybe 10, out of which half of that were the executive. We went along like that for a very long time until it became more popular. We were able to solicit for support and convince other women to join Wista.
Wista is a wonderful organization, and I joined it because I'm basically involved in the maritime sector. I'm the Director General of the Nigerian Chamber of Shipping, which is an advocacy body in the shipping sector. But Wista interested me so much because it was directly involved with women. The passion I had was that Wista is a very big international organization. Nigeria has to join on the platform strongly in the international arena. But before we could do that, we have to make sure we're very strong in Nigeria. So my own drive when I took over as a president was to make Wista very strong, or start the process of making Wista very strong in Nigeria. We fought very hard to belong to the EXCO. The first time we weren't very successful, although we did have a member on the EXCO, on the international platform. She ran her 2 years and stepped down, and we weren't successful in getting one of our members in the first outing. But we came back and re-strategized. We met very often. We gave ourselves confidence. We ran the first African regional conference. It was very successful. This spurred on the second one in Ghana. We sort of set the tone. We started giving benchmarks to women in shipping.
Wista Nigeria now occupies a foremost position as the voice of women in the maritime industry. And to this end, the economic significance and relevance of Wista Nigeria cannot be overemphasized.
I would like to first start by just recapping what Wista is all about. And obviously the main and overriding objective of Wista, which is an acronym for Women's International Shipping and Trading Association, Nigerian chapter, is the promotion of women in shipping. So you can see that it is a gender-based organization, clearly. Obviously, the impact is not meant to be on women alone. It's supposed to be, at the end of the day, there should be some benefits to the wider economy because of the projection and activities of women in that particular industry.
There was a time that our focus was very much to key into women in the industry, because you know they are the ones who create labor, who create jobs. They're the ones that really will face the challenges that women face in terms of entry into the profitable aspect of shipping, in terms of entry into the managerial roles in shipping. So the idea was to encourage by educating women on the skills required to be a shipping expert, so that we will scale the first hurdle, that is first of all having the capability, and then force the decision makers, force the men then to recognize that we have capable women, underline capable women, professional women who are ready and capable to take up managerial positions. The focus of Wista, therefore, is that women in the industry should work hard, improve themselves, seize the opportunity to improve their skills, and also be given visible positions, managerial positions, decision-making positions.
Now, shipping is a broad-based industry. There are all manner of facets. You have fishing, you have shipping, core fishing, you have administrative positions in shipping organizations, and you have people who practice in the field, chandlers, any number of businesses that you can find. And the concept at the beginning of the establishment of this association was really professional women who came together. But as time went on, we realized that we have sisters who are not necessarily professionals, but who are also working hard in the economy of this country. We have people, women, who organize themselves into cooperatives in fishing, shrimping, and these are women who actually go on the canoes, go onto the high seas, at least out far into the waters, and stay overnight to fish. You need to meet some of these women. They are amazing. And in terms of the economic benefits, this trickles down to their families, to their husbands, to their children. These women are able to ensure that their children, by virtue of the trade in which they are involved in, which is shipping related, water related, river related, impacts on their children, because their children are able to be educated, children are able to get the benefit of health facilities because women are able to earn monies in this direction.
It's a theme that is worldwide, really. Even the International Maritime Organization recognizes that women play a key role in every sector of the economy. And there's no reason why they shouldn't be recognized in shipping. There's no reason why they shouldn't be encouraged to compete equally with every other person in shipping. IMO recognizes that, and it also has special program for women development in the shipping industry. Indeed, Wista is recognized by the IMO. I think Wista Nigeria has done very well in advocating that objective of Wista.
October 2011. The place is the Nigeria Shippers Council building. It's the inaugural meeting of Wista Nigeria's new ESCO.
Wista Nigeria is an association of women in the maritime industry, women who have excelled themselves in their various fields of work with particular reference to the maritime industry. Our vision is to bring about a change in the industry.
Today is the inaugural general meeting of Wista Nigeria. Wista Nigeria is now being led by a new president, Jean Chiazo Anishere. With the new administration, Wista Nigeria is moving into its next level in terms of leadership and in terms of its activities. Its activities has been stepped up. In fact, we would say that the game at Wista Nigeria has been stepped up.
We also endeavor to improve the lot of women in the rural areas. Wista Nigeria is leading in this respect. We have bought canoes and fishing nets for some of our sisters in the rural areas. We started with Ekpe women. We bought 2 fishing boats and nets for them to improve the lot. We also continue with the women in Uyo. We intend to go more. We intend to make it a federal character. That is why Wista Nigeria in my regime is wearing a federal look. Right now, we've been able to expand Wista Nigeria to greater frontiers. We now have Wista Nigeria in the 6 geopolitical zones in the country. We have Wista Nigeria Uyo chapter, Wista Nigeria Abuja chapter, Wista Nigeria Port Harcourt chapter, Wista Nigeria Warri chapter, Wista Nigeria Aba chapter, and of course our own Wista Nigeria Lagos, which is the head office. Every of these chapters will take care of the neighboring sisters and zones. With this, we believe that Wista Nigeria will wear a real Nigerian look, and it will be Wista Nigeria properly so called.
We intend to work as a team to increase the profile of Wista Nigeria with regards to raising our core values. 3 weeks back, we were in Stockholm, Sweden, where our own Fon Usoro was elected as the personality of the year. Our own delectable Orisha Matusan Edodo Emore was also elected as executive member. This is the first time. We are really glad that we're moving forward. We're going places.
The new ESCO of Wista, they are hardworking and they are anxious to really take over and move the association forward. You can see that this is our first meeting and already everybody is here right on time. That is because of the anticipation, because of the plans they have.
This new ESCO, I believe, will take Wista Nigeria to the next level. We'll try and reach out and empower women that are into fishing and shipping related business. We'll source for funds and also assist them to expand, their business. Because if you train a woman, you've trained a nation.
The intention of the new committee is to network with the whole of Africa. And we've started with Wista Ghana, and we are approaching other countries that we do business with. The intention of the new committee, ESCO, is to expand Wista to higher grounds.
My name is Pauline Chichiochulo. I was elected as the Assistant Publicity Secretary, and I know with the new president, a lot of differences and change to make sure we take Wista to another level.
We have made enough noise to help this new executive to make louder noise. This gathering today is a big noise, which I believe will reach far and wide. I'm going to round up now by saying, please, this noise must be heard. We want everybody to come and join Wista. Anybody that's in the shipping sector that's a woman. We want all the men that run the organizations that have the money to ensure they help us women, because it's not fair. We work hard, but we don't gain as much as you do. So I'm calling all shipping sector, oil and gas, vessel owners, government agencies, everywhere.
The best thing I think for us to do is to be positive in our attitude. We must believe that this is our time. We have the opportunity. I think everything more or less is now there for us to grasp. I like to tell fellow women, don't wait for men to create the opportunity for you. Men don't wait for opportunities to be created for them. Create the opportunity for yourself. Create it and grab it. We have to be positive. The government has promised us 35%. That 35% for women should be reflected in all the government ministries, all the government agencies, particularly in the management cadre. We ourselves on our side, we are acquiring the necessary skills. We have the skill, we have the intellect. So ladies, go for it. Wista, go for it. This is your time.
My dream of Wista International is to have a Wista Nigeria member represented or being a member of every Africa regional maritime association, assemblage, or whatever. We look forward to the next few years have a Wista Nigeria member, being an active member in ECOWAS, in MOCA. We're looking forward to Wista Nigeria member becoming the next Nigerian Minister of Transport and maybe Minister of Maritime Affairs. That is a Wista that I look forward to see in my lifetime.
One is grateful to God that what started as a very small idea has now grown and expanded to the point where you can find chapters of Wista Nigeria not only in Lagos, but in all the geo-economic zones of Nigeria.
Finally, our goal is to host the world. We are the hub for West Africa. We must show it, not just talk it, we have to walk the talk. So we intend to host the world, and we're starting now. And we need all Nigerians to support us to ensure that we give Nigeria the pride of place where we belong.